Every year, more and more people participate in Dry January. And while it can be a nice break from alcohol for many, for some it can be a challenge or even a health concern. I talked to Jim Scarpace from Gateway Foundation about the warning signs of alcohol abuse disorder.
I think what we know about Dry January is it's a great opportunity for people who are contemplating either cutting back on their alcohol use or maybe eliminating alcohol altogether from their life to assess the mental health and physical benefits of making that decision. It's also a great time to kind of analyze or assess, when do I drink and why? And for a lot of individuals, that'll be a great time to really make some different decisions about how and when to use alcohol in their life. The problem is there's a subset of the population that may want to stop drinking or cut back on their drinking that are not able to do it on their own. And those individuals are the individuals we really want to reach out to at Gateway, because what we see with those situations is something we call, or the industry calls, alcohol use disorder. And with treatment, it can get better, but without treatment, it tends to get progressively worse.
And how does a person know when it's time to actually seek the help that you offer?
That's a great question. I think that the most important thing is to recognize, how often are you drinking? Is the drinking becoming more and more frequent? Are you drinking to self-medicate feelings of depression or anxiety? Is it impacting your relationships in a negative way, or your job? Are you having withdrawal symptoms when you stop drinking, so you need to keep drinking to eliminate those symptoms? All of those issues tend to speak to a potential alcohol use disorder, and what we really want to do is get those individuals into treatment as soon as possible, because it is a progressive illness, and over time it gets worse, and it can lead to hospitalization, for some people incarceration, and even death. And so the good news is recovery is possible, but it's really important to access treatment to move in that direction.
Is it that people don't believe that alcohol addiction is a serious problem, or they feel shame? What are the reasons that prevent people from seeking this help?
I think both. We've known since the 1950s, the American Medical Association has known that alcohol use is a disorder, is a disease of the brain, and it can be treated. And it's a medical condition, but unlike conditions like high blood pressure or cancer or heart disease, it's not something that people are easily able to talk about, mostly because a lot of people around them drink and are okay. And it's really hard when you see people drinking who are okay, and then you know your drinking issue is different than theirs, and you're not able to stop on your own. It's hard to come forward. But what's most important is recognizing that this isn't a moral failing or a character flaw or a weakness, and it has a strong genetic predisposition like other medical conditions. And so the sooner you can get into treatment, the better chance you have of managing this.
And what does treatment look like? Some people may be afraid to actually go to an in-person or in-house treatment.
So treatment nowadays is really tailored around understanding this condition from a medical lens, and really getting the right types of services, both from doctors and nurses as well as counselors, to manage this condition and develop a recovery plan. At Gateway Foundation, we have alcohol use disorder specific programs across the state of Illinois. So if you're struggling, being able to reach out and access services is the first step. I think for family members, if you see a loved one who you notice is drinking more than they should, or is having a difficult time stopping their drinking patterns, it's really important to reach out. At our website, gatewayfoundation.org, we have a program called Explore Recovery. It's a virtual program, and you can get a lot of information about what treatment looks like, that it's really tailored to your individual needs, and we really set up a plan that's going to work for you, with the goal of helping you get back on track with your life as soon as possible.
So you shouldn't be afraid to take that first step.
No, in fact, the sooner you can take that first step, the better.
To learn more about the help that Gateway Foundation offers, you can call the number there on your screen, or you can visit gatewayfoundation.org.